Hello there. I'm Dr. Sonal, and these are my opinions. They do not represent the medical community of which I'm a part of, and they do not represent the views of my organization. Thank you. Hello there. I'm here today to talk about antibody testing because there's some things that have been in the news that my patients have been asking for and about, and I just want to make sure we're all clear and on the same page. So to go over just briefly first what antibodies are, when you have the virus can be present in your bloodstream, and that's called viral antigen. In this case, it's RNA that we're looking for when we do tests for virus. And when we have antibodies that form, it's your own immune system that goes and makes an antibody that can attack that virus. And so this immune system response from you that's created by you is called an antibody because it's an anti virus attack mechanism. So when we actually do a test for antibodies, we're looking for this thing, the thing that's made in your immune system when we look for the antibodies. And the problem with antibodies tests, there's been a lot that have been cranked out so far of varying qualities. Just under 10 have emergency FDA approval for use, but they're of varying qualities and they still don't know yet what those test results mean. So when we look for this antibody, the problem is there's two things wrong right now with the way the testing is being done. So one, if this antibody is present in your bloodstream, but the test to look for this antibody also catches antibodies from other coronaviruses, things that can cause common colds, and can even have cross-reactivity to hepatitis A antibodies. So if you've been exposed to something else or vaccinated to something else, then they could get a false positive because you're not truly positive for the antibody we're concerned about, which is an anti-COVID-19 antibody. Instead, you have a different antibody, which may be an anti-coronavirus different strain, or you may have something else that's causing a false positive or something that's not a true positive antibody, because the one that we care about is an anti-COVID-19 antibody. So that's one problem, is that there could be false positives. The other problem is that even if you did have an anti-COVID-19 antibody, we don't know what that means yet. We don't know, does that mean that you'll be immune, that you'll be protected for the long term, that you're fighting it off right this moment, and that it'll stay around in the long term, or that it'll be just a temporary response and that you won't be able to have it as a lifelong response? And will that be able to fight off anything if you're exposed again? We just don't know what that means. And so right now, as things stand, because of these false positives with cross-reactivity to other antibodies, and because of not knowing what an actual anti-COVID-19 antibody response actually means, this is just not a good test right now, and one that you should avoid until we have a better test, a more accurate test that we know what it means. Thank you.